What's up? My life might be changing in a big way, well, in a really significant way, pretty soon. So, let's talk about it. See, I've worked in hospitality my whole life. I started it when I was 14 years old as a kitchen hand, and I never really stopped. I went from kitchen hand to kitchen hand job, eventually into being an apprentice, and then into cooking full time as a qualified chef. And then after I graduated, I just traveled and traveled, and then eventually realized that I actually lost some passion for what I was doing, and it was somewhere along that point that I decided to go and study. Entree, hello. I'm actually on the way to work now, and I'm going to bring you along so you can kind of see what goes on, or what's been going on in my life, at least for the last 15 years. So let's talk about why things might really change for me. Firstly, it's because I've been applying for lots of different jobs in the creative industries, and one of them I ended up getting into the final stage of the interview. Feels like my chances are kind of good of getting the job. It's a full-time position, starts next year, as in, it's December now, and that would be in January of 2022. Oh man, it sounds weird saying 2022. So, pending that, that could just mean in a couple of weeks I could go from my entire life being in a kitchen in hospitality and then into an office 5 days a week, which I'm a little bit nervous about, but I'm also very excited for. Ice long black. Let's rewind a tad. Why is it that I've lost my passion? Well, I spent a bit of time traveling overseas, and I had an injury, and it really gave me the time to kind of breathe. At the time I was watching lots of YouTube, and I was seeing these people actually... There he is. Sorry about that. So I realized that people were actually making money off making videos on the internet and on social media. And I was like, man, I love making videos. Is it my time? I either stay in this industry that I'm not that happy with, and I don't want to move forward on, or I just give this a go. So I gave it a go. Moved to Melbourne, started studying. Studied for 3 years, finished a Bachelor of Arts degree in digital and social media, and then this year, in the last few months, I've been applying for jobs, and that's where I am now, where I had 3 interviews. I had an initial interview, which I thought I canned. I thought I didn't do well, but it turns out I must have got through. So I did a second part of the interview, which was a mock brief I had to reply to, which I didn't think I did well, but I got into the final interview, and I thought I smashed the in-person interview. And now I'm just waiting on a reply, and it's been pretty tense because kind of everything rides on this. This would be me going from working in hospitality for more than half my life to switching to working in an office 5 days a week, 9 to 5, which is going to be a huge change, and I'm like really excited for it, but also a little bit nervous for it. So how do I feel about the transition of going from working in commercial kitchens, hot, stainless steel, busy, overtime, hot, to going and working in a relatively regular office in the city, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. Excited is how I feel. A little bit apprehensive because I'm not sure how the transition to kind of sitting down and working is going to be, and also kind of relying on my brain instead of my hands. That's really what I've been working for, to be honest. Is the decision I made all those years ago was I want to work with my brain, not with my hands anymore. I want to get paid for my creativity, not for my ability to work quickly necessarily with my hands. I think I'm somewhat prepared because the last 3 years of uni has kind of been good training for what the job might be like. But it'll also be a large adjustment period that I think will last a couple of weeks. I do look forward to public holidays off, weekends off, Monday to Friday. Like, that is going to be great. So I think if I do get this job, I'm going to be super excited to start next year. But I'm still waiting on the reply, and I'm quite nervous to hear what it might be. So final thoughts, huh? I will be somewhat sad to give up hospitality because I really enjoy the fast-paced nature of the work, really enjoy the camaraderie you get with working with a good brigade of people who you end up being quite close friends with because you spend so much time together. I will miss the food, cooking food, eating food, taking free food home. But I'm also super excited for what's to come and to enter a new arena and a new industry where I can, prove myself again, and where I can forge a new career for myself in what I think is a far more promising industry, the creative industry. It might just be a TikTok content creator role, but what I think that could turn into in the future is you could open it up to other things, because experience in an agency working on creative ideation, strategy, and content production is really valuable, and I think that will help open doors for me going forward in the future. So I'm really glad that I made the decision 5-ish years ago now, 4 years ago, 2017, 18, 19, 20, almost 5 years ago, to finally take the leap, took the plunge, make the leap, whatever it's called, to go and study and kind of what feels like throw away 15 years of experience, even though it wasn't throwing away. Excuse me, I'm just gonna wait for this helicopter. So in closing, I'm really glad that I took the leap, that I kind of put everything on the line and decided to change industries completely in my mid to late 20s with a kid on the way, when everything was pretty much uncertain. I kind of just turned my life on my head, and it turned out well. I worked really hard at uni, and I think it's paying off now. Even if I don't get this job, I will certainly be in a creative position in 2022, and that itself brings a whole bunch of exciting prospects and ventures. So if I'm talking to my future self, thank yourself, because you are where you are right now, Mattia. You in the future, how many ever years in the future you're watching this, you're there because X amount of years ago you made that decision. So yeah, give yourself a little pat in the back, and just fucking keep on keeping on and believe in yourself. Your content's actually decent some of the time. Give yourself a fucking break. Anyway, whatever. I'm peace out. Look, I know I said the video was over, but I didn't get the job. I did get Potato Gems. Yeah, anyway, I got the call. I didn't have enough advertising experience. They were still happy with my application in general, so at least that's something. But onwards and upwards, keep applying, and said keep doing what I'm doing, so